Hey! Alright, so as promised, this week we are talking about meal prep, meal planning, all that good stuff. I had an awesome conversation this morning with Vicky about meal prep and planning. So I hope this is helpful for you. I'm just going to give you some basic stuff. Meal prepping and meal planning does not have to be intense. It does not have to be stressful. You just need to find a system that works. Like I said, all of my clients use the same meal prep system or meal planning system with the portion control containers that make life super duper simple. If you're watching, say hi. I want to see where you're watching from and who's jumping on. So I'm going to go ahead and give you some quick tips, and then I'm going to show you a resource that I use to plan my meals. So first of all, this is possible for anyone to do. Whether or not you get started with my program, it's entirely up to you, but if you kind of want to do things on your own, you have that option as well. A lot of people like to use MyFitnessPal if you like to count calories. I personally hate counting calories, so that's why I use our portion control system instead, and that whole system was foolproof, put together, super easy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, hold on. What? I have to move my entire situation. I heard. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna plant you raw herb. Alright, I have a lot of cords all over the place. My bad. Okay, so what we're gonna start off with. First of all, you need to know, the first step is you need to know freaking how many calories you need to eat, okay? If you don't know how many calories you need to eat, we're in some issues, okay? So, like I said, for my clients, you have the resources in our on-demand service. It literally has the meal plan for you. All you do is you look on that page, you do a little formula, and you can look up, if you don't have our meal plan and all that, then it's kind of up to you to kind of find what formula is going to work best for you to figure out how many calories you need to be eating. Like I said, we don't count calories, we just use the system. And the system has portion control containers that go along with the calories without you having to think about the calories, and it just kind of works that way. So you need to find what is your caloric intake. Like I said, some people use MyFitnessPal, all my clients use our meal plans. Okay, the second thing is you want to track. So you need a system for tracking. There are tons of calorie apps, trackers, whatever. My clients use the 21 Day Fix tracker on there. It's super easy. You just put like what container you're having for breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. It's like great. I love it. So that is what you're going to use. Make sure you're tracking. What you track, you get good at. If you have a goal of losing 20 pounds in the next 3 months and you're like, oh, I'm not going to track what I eat. I'm just going to eat stuff, or I'm going to follow the meal plan. Okay, great that you're following the meal plan, but are you really following the meal plan? You actually have to sit down, focus, like figure out what in the world is going on with like what's going in your mouth. You need to track everything that goes in your mouth. Otherwise, you may think, oh, I'm eating really clean, woo, but you're not. You may not be. Maybe you are. Who knows? You don't know. You need the evidence. Stone hard evidence. This is actually a sign. Okay, this sign means to prove. You need to prove it. Okay, so you need to be tracking. Okay. The third thing, when we talk about prep, a lot of people get anxiety because they're like, oh my gosh, I have all this food I need to eat, and how am I going to prep? If you do not plan, my friend, you will fail. I promise you 100%. If you just wing what goes in your mouth, it's not going to work, honestly. Like, seriously. And before I even start about this, I forgot about the mindset. Here's the mindset that you have to have. Food is fuel. If you get out of the idea of, oh, I want to eat sugar because it tastes good. Oh, I want to eat this because it tastes good. I'm not saying that all healthy food tastes like crap, but I'm saying you're going to be changing your taste buds. If you're not used to eating fresh fruits and vegetables, if you're used to eating out a lot, like most days of the week or whatever, you need to change your taste buds. Your taste buds are used to toxicity. Your taste buds are used to crap, to be honest, okay? When you start eating those healthy foods, those foods that are good for you, your taste buds will slowly start to change. So you have to focus on, this food is fuel. It's going to fuel my body with nutrients that it needs to be successful, okay? So there's like a bug flying around. So if you see it, my bad, friend, okay? So that is the first thing. You have to change your mindset. And the reason why a lot of us are kind of rough with meal prep and like we kind of struggle with this or struggle with that, it's because you're not focused on your why. Remember we talked a little bit about that. Why are you doing this? And, you know, a lot of people say your why should make you cry. It needs to be emotional. It needs to be like, if you do not do this, what will your life look like? What will your life look like in 5 years? What will your life look like in 10 years? You have to make this change because time is of the essence. We don't know how many days we have left. How many days are you going to have to play with your kids? Who knows? Maybe you could have like a stroke or a heart attack or whatever. Who knows? Like, those things happen like that without even like in a blink of an eye, you know? So you really have to get connected with your why. Your why has to motivate you every single day to do what you need to do to be successful. If that's not happening, then you need to dig deep. You're not really serious. You're not really, something up here, it's not working out. You gotta figure out what's going on deep inside, why you need to do this, and that's gonna press forward, okay? Help you press forward. Okay, so when it comes to prep, it's typically easy to prep maybe 3 to 4 days at a time. It depends on how many days you're prepping for, how long it takes. It could take 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. And typically when you're prepping, and you need to make time for this in your schedule, whether it's a Sunday or a Monday or easiest for you. Whatever day, it needs to be consistent and it needs to be in your schedule. You need to be putting, this is a little time management piece. You need to put in your phone, I'm going to meal prep, put meal prep 3 o'clock Sunday, whatever. And make sure it happens. Your appointments for, let's say, your workout, or your appointments for your eating even. I put in my phone when I need to eat because I'll forget. I ain't got time for that, throughout the day. I'm like busy, helping people, doing my coaching and all that. Sometimes I forget to eat. If I didn't have it in here, I have this thing remind me because it's that important, okay? So when it comes to prepping, typically what's pre-prepped are your proteins. So your things like maybe making fish ahead of time, your chicken, your hard-boiled eggs, and it's mainly your proteins. People typically don't pre-cook veggies. You can if you want, but typically you can nuke them in the microwave. Put them in a plastic bag with a little bit of water. You got steamed veggies about 2 seconds, okay? BPA free. If you get them BPA free plastic bags, it's entirely up to you though, okay? So with that, you want to make sure that, I guess I never really prep veggies. I kind of eat things raw, and if I need to cook something, I just cook it right there. So it's entirely up to you what you want to prep, but typically the proteins are the best thing to be prepped. You need to know what you're having for lunches, and you need to know what you're having for dinner. What I do, I have like a blank template. I actually got it from Danny Johnson. She has a book called Feed Your Family for $100 or Less. I think it's like Feed Your Family. She has a family of 5 or she had a family of, so she was part of a family of 7, I believe, and she was able to feed her family on $100 or less. I believe this was in the Texas area, but anyone can do this. If you want that resource, I can go ahead and send it to you. It's pretty, I can go ahead and send you the link to get that resource. It's actually cheap. It's a great resource about basically meal prepping and planning to budget, okay? So you need to know what you're having for lunches. If you're working full-time and you're like, I'm just going to go to lunch with my buddies, that's probably a bad idea, friend, because what you're going to go eat with your buddies has nothing to do with what's on your meal plan. Typically, it does not. So you need to plan your lunches ahead of time. Pack them the day before, pack them a couple of days before, whatever you need to do. Figure out what you're going to do with that. And lunches, like I said, dinners. On dinners, like I said, on Sunday, I plan. I do some prepping, but I also plan. My prepping is going to be different now because I actually don't eat meat. So I'm probably not going to be doing much prepping anymore. Long story about that. I'll make a video about it on my fitness page later. Okay? So in regards to, what did I say? Dinners. Okay. So you need to plan your dinners ahead of time. I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick way that I plan my dinners, especially for those of you who are on the program. If you're not, this is still fine. You can go to, I'll show you how to find easy recipes for dinner and what I do. Okay, so and the reason why you want to figure out what you're doing for lunch for the week, what you're doing for dinner for the week, and this is going to keep you, I'm like dehydrated. Stay hydrated. Keep a water bottle right here, okay? So give me a second. Throat pain. Okay. You want to keep consistent. You have to have that calendar. If not, hot mess. So make sure you have that calendar going, okay? And the last major just, thing is that you need to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. Obviously, you need to stay hydrated. You need to have half your weight in ounces of water every single day. If that's up to a gallon because you weigh like 200 plus, it is what it is. But your body really does need that water to stay hydrated and fuel. I'm telling you, I was telling Vicky this morning, I was like, if you stay hydrated, like, you will know when you're not hydrated. Your body will start to change the more you hydrate, okay? So it's really crucial and it's really important, okay? So make sure that you eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. Why? Because you really want to make sure that your metabolism stays going and that you're not getting into that starvation type of mood with your body, okay? So if you have a stressful job where you're working 12 hours a day, I don't know what to tell you. You got to figure out a way to get in the food every 2.5 to 3 hours, okay? It's just crucial for everything to work the way that it should. Now, if you have a 12-hour job and you would rather do intermittent fasting, look that up. It's when you, in a nutshell, I don't know too much about it, but in a nutshell, you eat all the food you have to eat in a day within 6 to 8 hours or something like that, and then there's fat burning going on with your body all the whole rest of that time. I think it's a little bit crazy, but it is possible if you'd like to do that. So go ahead, give that a try, okay? Yeah, that was it for this. So let me go ahead and actually show you. Hold on. I just realized I might not be live. Oh my gosh, was I not live this whole time? Oh my gosh. Today is not my day. I think I'm just gonna not make videos because I literally was talking for I don't know how long. I might just post this video. It is recording. Thank the Lord. It's recording. So that's good. So if you're watching, say hi. I'm gonna have to actually, I'm just going to post this. I'm going to finish this and then you're just going to watch 2 videos because I don't know what just happened. So I literally just did 4 little tips right there and that took like maybe 5 minutes. I don't know. So I'm just going to post the video. I've had a really bad day. Let me just say that. And this is not making it any easier. So I'm literally hoping and praying that today goes better. I'm just going to be stitching for a while after this. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to show you something on Pinterest. Like I said, I'm just going to post that other video later. Thankfully, it was recording. So that's good at least. This is ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I go about doing this whole deal with meal prepping. This is for dinners. This can also be for snacks, whatever. Okay, so I am on Pinterest. If you don't have Pinterest, it's really easy to make your own Pinterest board. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to type in 21-day fix approved recipes. Once I do that, you will see a bajillion things pop up. And these are typically like other coaches who have put stuff together. Like crispy baked chicken. There you go. Right there. Gluten-free, dairy-free. We have blueberry oatmeal blender muffins. Let's look at those. You know, we love our sweets. These are fixed approved. I'm assuming they are treat. I would have to look though. Alright, so it says for one muffin, it's 1 yellow, half purple, half blue. And then it has all this stuff in it. Okay? So, I mean, this is like the best resource. When it comes to dinners or whatever. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay, you can. Great. When it comes to dinner or whatever, all you just come on here and find recipes. It says more than 200 21-day fixed recipes. Look. And you can even maybe find kid-approved recipes. I know Lisa was wondering about that. I don't know. This food looks good to me, so I would be eating it up. Alright, now my computer's gonna go slow. Oh, they have little videos. Okay, so there you go. They even have crock pot recipes. These are great resources. So just go on Pinterest and literally type that in. And it's super simple. I was saying before in the other video I'm gonna post now because it messed up, that you actually, what I do is I print out a blank template for the week and I'll just write out what I have for each dinner. Okay, for the whole family. It's just me and my husband, so Good times. Alright. What a day, friend. Okay, I'm going to be done with this video and post the other one so you can actually take a look at that. Alright, thanks for watching. Woo-hoo.